Tell me, you see these youngsters, they're quite violent now in Tibet. It gives you tension. When you talk about compassion, is it non-violence? Are you against this violence, or you understand the youth turning to violence, their frustration?
Yes, understandable, but I always see they make very clear, always, firstly, violence is not human way. And secondly, the through violent method, you may achieve some satisfaction, but always bring more the side effect, negative side effect. It always happens. Even look at the Iraq crisis, Afghan crisis. United States side, the motivation is, I think, sincere. I know very well President Bush. I personally, I love him. Very good, very straightforward. Sometimes you see some leaders, you see, when we first met, you see a little bit distance. Not like that. At once, you become very close friend.
But tell me, these youngsters, who are violent there, you say don't be violent.
And then furthermore, you see, violent, in our case, something like suicide. I think some cases, some Chinese hardliner thinker, need some violence from Tibetan side. Then they can adopt easiest method, that's suppress, killing, torture, arrest, torture. If we carry, since we have truth, so we have plenty of reasons to argue. So we must use, you see, that. The violent sort of the attitude is out of anger. Mainly, there's no truth, no reason, no logical, then usually lose anger. Then violence.
When you have truth on your side, you don't need to be violent.
Yes. Through reasons, through logics. Like Mahatma Gandhi, I think, firstly, you see, he always carried principle. And then through that way, that's his strength. The bad way. Bad so looks like, almost like beggar, but full of inner strength,
right.
Confidence, because of truth. Isn't it? So our case, truth, is our sort of strength, source of strength. And the best way, using that truth, is dialogue, talk, non-violent way. If we indulge violence, then our very truth sometimes spoiled. Now look, Palestine's case. They have every right. I think both sides. Israel also, you see, have certain right. Historically, you see, these areas belong to them. But then too much violence, then spoil that truth.
Right.
So therefore, as early as 1987, I remember the Jonathan Muskie, I think Observer correspondent. I know him quite well. So he asked, if you see things become violent, sort of violence, then what you do? And then I answered, if the things become out of control and become violence, then I have no other alternative except resign. So that sort of statement, that my sort of answer, recently I repeated. So if things become violence, become out of control, then so I cannot agree that. No use.
Your Holiness, do you think women are more compassionate than men?
Oh yes, that I feel.
Yes.
That I feel. I have used some sort of observation or opinion. In human history, in early period, I think all member of the family, the family of the one group, I think really equal. So hunting or collecting something, all people go together and enjoy together. No leader or sort of that kind of sort of rank or I don't know differences. Then eventually, I think community become bigger. Then the concept of one person, leader, I think that come. Then at that time, no education, only physical strength, like other animal. More stronger physical become the leader of the group.
Right.
I think that's the tendency there. I think that's tendency. Even the civilized sort of world, sometimes male dominance, come. Because of that sort of, that traces,
Right.
From that traces. Then eventually, education become more important than physical strength. So, then women eventually become more and more equal. Now today, I feel very strongly, now, education alone, now, not the real quality of leadership. Now, leadership now need more sense of compassion, sense of moral sort of spirit. In that respect, I think, biologically speaking, women have, I think, more sensitivity about others' pains, others' suffering. So therefore, quite often, I express, now women should take more active role in the humanity.
All the boys here are very upset.
Okay. I think usually the hero out of violence, most cases, men, isn't it?
Men.
Woman hero, very few, isn't it?
Very true.
Even, I think they ordinary sort of work, like a butcher, most cases, I think, a maid. Isn't it?
Yes.
Of course, some women, I think, exceptional, very, very bad. Some, of course, the male, excellent, very good, compassionate. But average, I really feel, because of the biological sort of factor, I think women may have the greater, the potential of compassion. The biological factor, the mother equate milk. As soon as the child born, without mother's milk, impossible, generally speaking, impossible to survive. So because of that fact, the female mother usually have some kind of sort of more greater sort of determination to take, to take sort of fullest care about firstly about their own child,